And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we are getting ready for a regional championship game here this evening on the floor of A-Town High School as the A-Town Tornadoes look for their third straight regional championship, and they will take on the Brimfield Indians, who look to play the role of spoiler here this evening, and this should be a whole lot of fun. Thanks for joining us. My name's Wyatt Reed. Happy to be here this evening. It's been a long season, a season that started all the way back in late November, and here we are. We are at the regional championship. Again, the A-Town Tornadoes looking for their third straight regional championship, so they are no stranger to this kind of pressure, this kind of game. But standing in front of them is a team that, even though you look at their record, they may be below 500. This is a team that is very synonymous with success in the postseason in the state of Illinois in girls basketball, the Brimfield Indians. Yeah, they may not have had their best season here in 2025, 2026, but yet here they are in the championship game here, one win away from a trip to sectionals. And they would want nothing more than to keep their season going here this evening. And we are going to be ready for a fun one here this evening. This is a rematch of a matchup earlier in the season, a matchup that was won by the A-Town Tornadoes all the way back on the second game of the year. So a lot has changed really for both sides between now and then. A-Town winning that ball game 55-25. I expect a lot closer result here this evening as we're about ready to get this thing underway. Huge crowd still filing in here to A-Town High School. There was a huge line as I walked into the gym for the final time here, getting ready for this girls regional championship here in Class 1A. The winner of this game will head to the Bushnell sectional. So A-Town certainly looking at that and saying, hey, that's not too far of a trip. They would certainly love to go take on either Brown County or Athens, because that's who the winner of this game is going to get, the winner of that contest here this evening. That game doesn't get started until 7 o'clock, so we'll keep a close eye on it score-wise as we go throughout the evening, but it's good to have you with us here this evening. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for here this evening, and your reaction to the ball game here, your reaction all season long. This is what might be the final broadcast on the girls' side this season. No word on whether or not we're going to do the sectional there at Bushnell. I've thrown the idea out there, so there's a chance we could still do it, but no guarantees. Don't want to promise anything and then not be able to deliver. So we would certainly like to do that, but certainly got to get some logistics and things like that all figured out. So winner of this game, though, does go to Bushnell and take on the winner of either Brown County or Athens. And again, we'll keep a close eye on that score. They don't get started until 7 o'clock in that ball game there in Lewistown. So we'll keep an eye on that score as the evening rolls on. And then on the bottom side of the bracket, keep an eye on the games going on at Elmwood and Havana. Elmwood, you've got Illini Bluffs taking on the host Elmwood. And then you've got Havana taking on West Prairie. West Prairie pulling off the stunner against Liberty back in the regional semifinals. So a lot to go over here this evening, and we're going to have it all for you here. We're excited for it. Regional championship game coming up. We're going to take a break. National anthem coming up. We'll be back in a moment as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It's hard to stop a train.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, x-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed. Happy to be here with you tonight as we get ready for the regional championship game here in Class 1A on the girls' side, as the starting lineup being announced here for the Brimfield Indians, who will be wearing their road blacks here tonight. They're going to start out with Landry Queeram, and then right behind her is number 5, Sienna Graham. Number 23 out there this evening, I should say, going to be Lainey Linthicum. Number 25 this evening is Josie Wewell. And number 33 is Shire Minders. So that's your starting lineup there for the Indians of Brimfield. For the A-Town Tornadoes, their lineup very similar to what it's been all season long. Starting us off here is the A-Town Star Guard. Number 1, the junior, Kennedy Quinn, makes her way out onto the floor, followed then by number 11, Callie Nelson. Number 14 out there this evening will be Kennedy Quinn's cousin, Caden Quinn, who's been shooting well despite a sore thumb over the last couple of weeks. Avery Stiegel out there, number 21 this evening. She is a senior, her last game here in this gym. And number 25, Miley Weber, out there this evening. Steve and Jeannie joining us in the comments already, cheering on A-Town. Steve didn't specify, but I know Steve very, very well. Steve's one of our regulars here at TSSR, so I know he's cheering on the A-Town Tornadoes. And good to have those guys with us. Good to have you with us. Again, feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from here and your reaction to the ball game as we roll along here. The Indians and the Tornadoes, a spot in the sectional in Bushnell on the line as this game underway, and it's won by the A-Town Tornadoes. They're taking it left to right as you look at your screen here. 8 minutes on the clock as the Tornadoes with their opening possession. It's a nice pass over to the baseline. It's a shot up. That one up and good. It's Avery Stiegel. What a find by Kennedy Quinn to set up that play, and it's an early 2-0 lead for the A-Town Tornadoes. Full court pressure, the story of the A-Town defense. Brimfield able to beat it as that one tipped around, fought for. Kennedy Quinn comes away with it and bringing it back the other way. Here come the Tornadoes on offense once again. Here's Avery Stiegel with it back by the volleyball line. Again, Stiegel, a senior here. Last time she'll be playing in this gym. She wants to go out on a winning note, winning 3 straight. That's a nice cut to the basket by Stiegel, laying that one up and in. Avery Stiegel. She's got both baskets to start things off here. As the first minute gone, it's 4-0 A-Town. Quickly the other way, here's Brimfield. Nice pass to the baseline, trying to get an answer. No good by Minders. Then an offensive rebound, shot no good. Out of bounds, last touched by Brimfield. So the Tornadoes will have it once again, leading 4-0. Brimfield, you wonder how long Coach McCowan will go if their offense struggles out of the gate here. As that one into the corner, there's a 3 on the way for Weber. That one no good. Offensive rebound. It's Nelson gets it up to Caden Quinn, who puts up a shot, and that one no good. And the rebound to the Indians. Still full court pressure here, even off the miss from the A-Town defense. This has been their MO all season long. Suffocating pressure. And they've been able to wear down so many of their opponents throughout the course of this season. A-Town winning 25 games on the year up to this point, coming off a school record 30-plus last year. It's been an incredible ride these last 2 seasons. There's a nice defensive play by Caden Quinn. It's Miley Weber coming one-on-one the other way, all the way to the basket, lays it up, no good, but a foul. First foul of the ball game will go to the Indians, as that one going to be on Katie Doe, with she into the ball game here early. Going to the bench is Brimfield. So Katie Doe out there picks up the first foul, and the first free throw for Weber. That one is short. One more to go here for Miley Weber. Rocking the bright pink shoes here this evening. As the next one on the way, it's up, and it rattles out no good. Rebound goes to Minders. And the Indians will have it, bringing it back the other way. Lainey Linthicum will bring it up the floor. Linthicum across the timeline, but standing right there in her face is Caden Quinn. A-Town, 3 players over 100 deflections on the season defensively. And that causes a lot of problems on the offensive side. There's a shot no good by Doe. Offensive rebound. Doe gets it back. There's a jumper on the way for Minders from the free throw line. That one up and good. Shire Minders gets the first bucket for the Indians. 4-2 our score. The Indians are going to want to slow this game down here. They don't have near as high-powered an offense as the Tornadoes do. And right on cue, there's Kennedy Quinn. She's about as lethal as they come. That one up and good. Quickly up the floor come the Indians. They're going to want to push the pace here. Trying to push the pace. That's what A-Town's defense will do to you, and that forces the turnover. Brimfield going to want to slow it down, while A-Town going to want to speed you up. 2 different styles of basketball here. Like I said, A-Town has done such a good job all season long wearing down opponents. That's why they've got 25 wins on the season. Brimfield, and their offense shows up in flurries. They've won their last 3 games. Won a grinded out kind of game against Princeville, as there's Kennedy Quinn going inside. That shot no good. Don't think the basket would have counted anyway. They're saying that's on the floor. Kennedy Quinn draws the foul. The foul's going to be on Lainey Linthicum. That's going to be the first foul of the game for her. Second of the game on the Indians. And looking at Brimfield's schedule, they beat Peoria Christian and Bushnell-Prairie City before beating Princeville here in the regional semifinals. That pass, we got a whistle and an offensive foul. That's going to be a turnover for the Tornadoes. Brimfield, never an easy out, though, when it comes to postseason time. That's why Coach McCowan and this Indians team, always a force when it comes postseason time, no matter what their record is. Bringing it up the floor. Nice pass inside. That one tipped away. Kennedy Quinn comes flying out of nowhere to tip that one out of play. 6-2 still our score. 4:19 to go here, first quarter. Anna Servin will check in for Callie Nelson. Anna was dealing with a blow to the head against Galva, and that kind of slowed her down for a couple of games. Don't know if it was concussion or not, but definitely was a blow to the head, which, you know, mess with you a little bit. So she's been in limited minutes over the last couple of weeks. That one no good. Offensive rebound. For a moment, able to take it away. Here comes Kennedy Quinn. She'll turn on the Jets, go all the way to the basket and lay it up and in. Kennedy Quinn lays that one up quickly the other way. It's 8-2. Under 4 minutes to go here in this first quarter, that is, as it goes left side to Linthicum. Nice pass, cutting to the basket. That one blocked away. Able to get it back, top of the key. Katie Doe from downtown. That one rims out. Halfway down and out. Offensive rebound, a jumper once again. That one good this time. It's Shire Minders with the bucket. That was one of the most wicked rim outs I've ever seen in my life. That one spun around twice and was halfway down on a couple of occasions. 8-4 our score, 3:17 to go here in the first. With it, top of the key, here's Caden Quinn. Back by the volleyball line, a pass into the corner. Kennedy Quinn, open corner 3, short. Don't see that too often. As a whistle, we're going to have a tie-up. And the possession arrow will go to the Indians. 3:06 to go here in quarter number 1. Little full court pressure once again here from the A-Town defense. Katie Doe with the basketball, and she'll try to work her way through this defense, which kind of backs off a little bit here on this possession. Doe kicks it right side, finds an open man. Nice pass to the baseline. We got a whistle and a foul on the baseline. That's Shire Minders. And when Brimfield's able to break that press, they've been able to get close to the basket. They've missed a couple of close baskets, but they've still been able to get inside and set up their offense as Sienna Graham will inbound the basketball. She'll get it to Lainey Linthicum. 2:50 to go here in the first. Backing down, Linthicum kicks it back to Graham. Nice pass to Meyer up top. Minders, excuse me. Graham back with it into the corner. Here's Wewell. Nearly lost it, driving inside. Graham puts up a shot, no good. Trying to fight for the rebound. We got a whistle and another tie-up. So it'll be a jump ball. By the way, Kennedy Quinn picked up her first foul here in the ball game on that last possession. So 2:32 to go here in the first. Both teams with 2 fouls. And Kennedy Quinn will bring it up the floor here. The all-time leading scorer in A-Town history. Set that mark earlier this season. Left side, there's a 3 on the way for Caden Quinn. That one short. And an offensive rebound for Miley Weber. Able to get it back up top. Here's Kennedy Quinn driving inside. Extra pass, nice play there. Anna Servin missed the shot. Offensive rebound, laid up and in. Might have missed a walk there for Servin, but the shot up and good. Tornadoes leading this one 10-4 with under 2 minutes to go here in the first. Brimfield, inside pass back to Katie Doe. Doe puts up a little floater. That one rattles around, no good, but a foul is called. It'll be 2 shots on the way. Steve, noticing that Bizzari is officiating, says he was his high school basketball coach. Small world. 1:45 to go here in the first. 10-4 our score, I should say. It's Katie Doe's first free throw. That one rims out, no good. Foul on Anna Servin, by the way. It's A-Town's 3rd here in this quarter. And Doe, one more on the way. It's up, and oh my goodness, that rim has not been kind. Wow, a lot of contact there. Surprised Callie Nelson didn't pick up a foul. Here's a shot up the other way. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Kennedy Quinn draws the foul as Coach McCown talking to the officials about really that last possession on that rebound attempt. Foul called on number 23, Lainey Linthicum. It is her 2nd, team's 3rd. Here's a shot on the inbounds play. That one up and good. Vivian Bigger, the freshman from downtown. A-Town now in front by 9, 13-4. Up the floor. Here come the Indians into the corner. Graham, that's a 2. It's too strong. And stepping out of bounds before saving it are the Tornadoes, so it'll be Brimfield basketball once again. A-Town on a little 5-0 burst, 1:18 to go here in the first. Aaron sarcastically in the comments saying, go refs. They've, I will say, not been on their A game here in the early going. They've missed some stuff here in the early going. 1:10 to go here in the first. Right side, here's Queeram. Landry Queeram up top. Good defense there by Miley Weber on her. Able to get it to Graham. Graham will split the defense, kicks it out. Baseline jumper on the way. That one goes in. Josie Wewell from the baseline gets it to go. 13-6. Stops a little 5-0 burst there for the Tornadoes. 40 seconds to go here in the first. Brimfield trailing by 7. With it right side, here's Kennedy Quinn. A little stutter step inside. Got a whistle, foul on the floor. See who that one's going to be on. I think it's going to be on Graham. Nope, it's going to be on Landry Queeram. Beg pardon. She picks up her first. That's the 4th foul on the Indians. 31.9 seconds to go. Kennedy Quinn will inbound it. Gets it left side to Weber. Back into the corner. Another open look for Vivian Bigger. That one no good. Offensive rebound. That one laid up and in. Kennedy Quinn off the offensive glass. Puts it right back up and in. 20 seconds to go here in the first. 15-6. Up top, here's Queeram back by the volleyball line. 10 here in the quarter. Left side. Queerum goes inside, puts up a little floater. That one rims out. No, offensive rebound. Put back, lays it up and in. Counted in the foul. Shire Minders with the bucket and one. What a play by Minders. Not giving up on that one. 2.9 to go here in the first. What a basket by Minders. Shire Minders to the line for one more. It's on the way, off the back rim, no good. 2 seconds left. Here comes Quinn. She's done this before. That one good if it goes. And that will end our first quarter. Good back and forth down the stretch. The A-Town Tornadoes in front, 15-8. We're back with the second quarter after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Every town has its own rhythm. And here in Abingdon, Illinois, connection is part of what keeps its residents moving. At Mid-Century Fiber, we're proud to call places like Abingdon home, where our team members live, work, and drive the same streets as the people we serve. Because when your connection is built by your neighbors, it's more than service, it's community. Mid-Century Fiber, fast, local, and here for Abingdon.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wide Reed on the call here this evening in our regional championship here in Class 1A. The A-Town Tornadoes in front of the Brimfield Indians. 15-8 after one quarter of action. Both teams having their displeasure, shall we say, at times with how this game has played out. But the A-Town Tornadoes currently in front looking for their third straight regional championship. But standing in front of them is a team that is always a tough out in girls basketball, and that'd be the Brimfield Indians. Always got good athletes over there in Brimfield. Beautiful facility in Brimfield, by the way. That's where A-Town's super sectional game was last year. Had a lot of fun checking out that facility. Sectional will be in Bushnell, though. Will A-Town be there for the third straight year? 7:45 to go here, just underway in the second quarter. Good to have you along. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know your thoughts on how this game has played out so far, and let us know where you're watching from, all that fun jazz. 30 seconds gone. Brimfield still looking for their first shot here of the quarter. A-Town looking at a 3-2 zone there defensively. More like a 2-1-2, it looks like, potentially. That one off the kneecap of Katie Doe. Brimfield gonna step in, move right side. Linthicum, she's dealing with 2 fouls here in this ball game. First minute gone here in quarter number 2. We haven't seen a shot yet. That will not be the case next year with our shot clock coming in. That'll be such a nice addition to basketball. It'll have some growing pains, don't get me wrong, but I think in the end it'll create some really good basketball. Right side, 6.5 to go here in the second. Brimfield's had the ball for 90 seconds, hasn't put up a shot yet. Moving right side, here's Laney Linthicum. They're trying to wear down this Tornadoes defensively. Not a bad game plan, if you ask me. Make them work on defense. Maybe they won't be so busy on the pressure side of things. And then a foul offensively, all that for Nutt. Literally almost dribbled 2 minutes off the clock and didn't get a single shot. That'll be a thing of the past next year. Won't that be a wonderful sight? Oh, a little under 6 minutes to go here in the second. And we got a whistle and a foul called. Foul's going to be on. See who they call that one on. Number 25, Josie Wewell. She'll pick up the foul. It's team's first. I don't know, did they call a stalling? We got a whistle and a travel. They didn't call a foul. There's no foul on the board. We got a whistle. We got a timeout. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go here, quarter number 2. Full timeout by A-Town. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here from A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. The Abingdon Regional Championship game here on TSSR. Good to have you along here. Winner of this game will advance to the sectional, taking place in Bushnell. 5:50 to go here, quarter number 2. As out of the timeout by Coach Dugan, the Indians will get it across the timeline. And Katie Doe will have it. Picks up the dribble, gets it now to Quirin. Back by the logo. And that one off the shoe of Katie Doe, and she picks it up. It's going to be an over and back. As Coach McCowan, he's pleading his case. That was tipped into the backcourt. Not going to win that argument, though, it looks like here, as A-Town will set up for their next possession here. 5:27 to go here at quarter number 2. They'll get it in to Kennedy Quinn. And now back to Miley Weber, back by the half-court stripe. Quinn will move to her left as she looks for a screen, gets it from Stiegel, kicks it into the corner. Miley Weber drives the baseline. Shot, that one might have been blocked. A nice play there. Shire Minders will send that one back. 5 minutes to go here in the second. As we got pressure, nice play there defensively by Caden Quinn, and then a whistle and a travel. Shuffled the feet, got a little anxious, did Caden Quinn, after she got the steal. .453 to go here in the second. We haven't seen a point yet here in the second quarter. Bringing it across the timeline. Here's Linthicum. She goes to the free throw line, puts up a shot through the double contact, and no foul called. And they're going to say that one was blocked. A nice defensive play there by A-Town. A corner 3 on the way the other way. Miley Weber, no good. Gets her own miss. And we got a whistle. We'll have a tie-up. See who the possession arrow goes to. That's going to be on A-Town. Steve pointing out they want to slow the game down. Can't allow that. Good job by Coach getting out of the zone. Talking about A-Town there, Steve, one of our regulars. There's a corner 3 on the way for Vivian Bigger. That shot no good, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by A-Town. So it'll be Brimfield basketball. 4:25 to go here in the second. Lainey Linthicum playing with 2 fouls here, but Coach McCowan having enough faith in her to get the job done. She's a junior, but that one intercepted. A nice play. Here's Kennedy Quinn taking it all the way to the rack and lays it up and in. Kennedy Quinn turns some defense into offense. 17-8, back to a 9-point lead. Biggest lead of the game for the Tornadoes. Here's Katie Doe. What a move there. Got Kennedy Quinn on some skates there. There's a left wing 3 on the way. Off the back rim, no good. Not very often do you see Kennedy Quinn get out-juked. She's usually the one juking everybody else out. There's a shot, no good. And a rebound back into the hands of the Indians. Brimfield will bring it up the floor, and then that one way over the head of the intended target. Nice play by Coach Boo Quinn, saving the folks there in the stands. 3.5 minutes to go. Whistle, we got another timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Gives me a chance to give a shout-out to our great sponsor all season long here for A-Town Athletics. And that would be our friends at Mid-Century Fiber, the hometown favorite for blazing fast internet. Whether it's game day or every day, Mid-Century Fiber keeps you connected with the speed and reliability that you need. Call or text 309-778-3278 or visit fiberfastnow.com to join the winning team. By the way, for you A-Town fans out there, there will be postseason basketball here on TSSR coming up on Monday, as the A-Town Tornadoes will be hosting the regional semifinal, or regional quarterfinal, I should say. Don't know who that's going to be against, but we'll keep you posted, or we'll have the game for you on Monday. Got to get a start time from coach, or from the athletic director, but that is the plan Monday. I think it's a 6 o'clock game, but I could be wrong. Have to pull all that up. Might do that during the half. 3.5 minutes to go here. Another timeout for Coach Dugan. He's down to 3 left. As there's a nice move there by Kennedy Quinn, going straight to the basket and laying it up and in. Kennedy Quinn is now in double figures as she puts that one in. She's got 10. It's 19-8. And that ankle seems to be A-okay after dealing with a ankle. They said it was a sprain. Had that back near the end of the regular season, but during the LTC tournament, she had, we got another timeout, I believe, is Caden Quinn. She's going to check out of the ball game, and I don't know if she's bleeding or, look, yeah, she is bleeding. Officials timeout as Caden Quinn is bleeding on her leg there, scraped up the knee real good. But I lost my train of thought there. I don't remember what I was saying. All right, well, we'll get back to it if it was important. Got a whistle and a foul called. It'll be 2 shots upcoming for Katie Doe. That, I believe, was the first shot attempt by Brimfield here in this quarter. I could be wrong on that, but they haven't gotten a lot of shots up towards the rim here in this second quarter. 2:47 to go as Katie Doe to the line. Puts up the first one, and that one off the back rim, no good. Boy, the rim has not been the fan of the Indians here in this ball game. Seen a couple of rim outs and shots going right off that back rim. Here's Katie Doe, second one on the way. It's up and good. That time the rim helps her out a little bit. And that ends a long scoring drought there. It's 19-9. Indians still trailing by 10. 2:40 to go here in the second. Here's Kennedy Quinn. He'll kick it into the corner. Here's Miley Weber. Kicks it back out. Vivian Bigger with it. Right side, Chesney Engel. She'll drive to the baseline. Picks up the dribble and throws it away. Nice play by Minders to get in front of that pass. And with 2:20 to go, here come the Indians. Chance to cut into this deficit. Katie Doe with it. She'll pick up the dribble and look for some help here offensively. Right side. Here's Linthicum playing with those 2 fouls. A free throw line. There's a jumper on the way. That one off the rim, no good by Minders. Offensive rebound. Here come the Indians driving all the way to the rack. Lays it up. That one good. Count it. And a foul. Sienna Graham with the bucket in the harm. Nice play there by Graham, staying with the play, getting the offensive rebound, and then just taking it right back to the rim. A foul going to be called on Chesney Engel. And with 1:56 to go here in the second, it's a chance for a 3-point play. Sienna Graham, left-handed shot up and good. So a 3-point play there for the Indians. That is much needed as they were down by their biggest deficit, 11 a few moments ago. They scored the last 4. Pass left side. Here's Caden Quinn. Nice pass, but we got a whistle and a foul, I think, called. And now the officials going to come together and have a conversation. I don't know if it was an offensive or a defensive foul. Oh, they say a travel. They say a travel before the foul. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a foul get called off by a travel in my lifetime. 1:45 to go here in quarter number 2. So Been an interesting first half, to say the least, here in the regional championship as Katie Doe gets it across the timeline, looking for help. Linthicum can't get it to it. Now she gets it. There's a free throw line jumper on the way for Linthicum. That one no good, and the rebound out of bounds. Who touched it last? Last touch by A-Town. Well, they take their sweet time by these officials by making sure. I don't know what they're doing it for drama. I don't know, but they took a while to say whether or not that was going one way or the other. Handing it off. Here is a shot, a little floater. That one up and good. Josie Wewell with the bucket. Here come the Indians. They're down 5. They're on a 6-0 run. Kennedy Quinn across the timeline. 19-14, left side. That one nearly intercepted. Miley Weber's got it with a minute to go. Left side, Avery Stiegel. Right side, here's Callie Nelson. Kennedy Quinn with it up top. They might try to play a little bit of Brimfield's game plan here and just dribble out the rest of this second quarter. We shall see. Athletes are petty that way. They do stuff like that. I mean, and that's exactly, it looks like exactly what Kennedy Quinn and Coach Dugan wanting to do here. 30 seconds. Nobody moving out there, so down to 20 seconds. As the Brimfield crowd comes to their feet, finishing this first half on a little bit of a burst. They're on a 6-0 run, 10 seconds left. Here's Quinn with 7, a little hesitation, moves to her left, loses the handle, 3 seconds left, 2 seconds, 1 second. Here's Quinn at the buzzer, good if it goes. That one no good, and that'll end our first half. Close after 2 quarters. The winner of this one goes to Bushnell for the sectional. 19-14, the A-Town Tornadoes in front of the Brimfield Indians. What a great first half that was. We'll take a look at the numbers and get you ready for the second half in just a moment. But right now we're going to have our friends from MDH. They're standing by with an interview. So we'll step aside and have that interview for you. When we come back, we'll take a look at those numbers and get you ready for the second half in just a bit. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
We're at halftime here. TSSR Game Time Live presented by McDonough District Hospital. Our guest, Tim Piper from MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. Welcome.
Thank you much.
Tim, let's talk more about your background. Can you fill the viewers in on your experience, both education, teaching, and now at MDH?
Well, my background spans over 30 years of a combination of teaching, researching, conducting research, and training clients, athletes, and special populations. Over those 30 years, I have coached hundreds of different athletes for powerlifting and weightlifting, as well as preparing athletes for sport performance. I taught for 30 plus years in a university setting, and I've made the transition now to the private sector and excited about the opportunity.
You have your PhD.
Mm-hmm.
What other certifications you have? Namely, let's talk about your sport or your strength and conditioning.
Yeah. I am a certified strength and conditioning specialist through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. That's one of the common certifications you see people get in sport performance settings, one of the first ones people get usually. I'm also a national level coach for USA Weightlifting, and I've had certifications in functional movement screens and things along those lines too, so specialties.
Your PhD is in?
It's actually adult education and higher education. My master's degree and bachelor's degrees are both in exercise science or exercise physiology.
Well, looking back to 2025, I was trying to think, what's a good word to sum up 2025 for you? The only word I could think of was busy.
Very, yes. So in the transition, trying to get the performance center set up at the clinic in Lafayette, I've been in charge of purchasing, setting up, organizing the facility out there, as well as doing some work conditioning and some personal training out there already, and getting ready for sport performance classes as well as other courses.
Go back to the beginning. This is something that has been in the works for, I would say, a few years now. One of those dreams that finally become a reality. You mentioned North Lafayette Clinic, and that's where our sports performance center is. Start at the beginning. when it came to how you wanted to have that vision for it? And I know you and Phyllis McLeod did a lot of work on this. Phyllis, the Director of Sports Med and Rehab. A lot of work went into this, but the vision of it, where did you start?
Well, it goes back years, really, but I've always been involved in training athletes at all levels, and having the chance to actually set up something new, something different in this community is great, I think. I've been limited over the years just because of availability. Now they have more availability. The idea of setting up a center that takes someone from the injured state, rehabilitation, and then beyond that, and increasing human performance is really something that I think we've needed for a long time. So the idea of taking someone all the way through the full process from injured all the way through, once the DPTs are done, taking them to the next step of performance has really been the focus of everything. Trying to increase as much as possible human performance.
You had an open space, trying to do a layout and design with equipment. Once you talk to the viewers about some of the equipment pieces that you've bought and your thought process for the whole layout of the center.
Okay, the center's set up so that we've got a mix of everything you need for fitness and sport performance. Some of the main unique things we've got, aside from the typical dumbbells, barbells, and cardio machines, we have some piece of equipment such as a turf track, which no one in the area has really, so we can simulate turf sprints, agility work. We also have some Atlas stones or Atlas balls for conditioning that's a little bit different than most people have to simulate more work tasks or strongman competition type events even. And then we have Jacob's ladders, which is essentially a bear crawl on an incline. It's a different type of cardio exercise, but it involves both upper and lower body. And of course, lots of plyometric boxes and agility work, things like that is all out there too.
Focusing on athletes, really grades 6 and higher. So you're looking at junior high kids on up, high school, even college kids.
Yeah.
The blue chip speed and conditioning, and you can do injury prevention, strength and conditioning, you name it. You can develop a program really for anybody from that age group.
Yeah. And the idea is to try and make every stage of development, to cover every stage of development. And so we end up with Tucker Stevens is going to be helping with this as well a lot, taking the sixth graders on up. They'll be doing remedial work and basic work to learn how to move better, all the way through to the professional or the college athlete and professional level possibly to actually improve performance and maximize speed, power, quickness, strength, agility.
How many times through the years have you heard, I wish my child could get bigger, faster, stronger?
Oh, it's countless. Yes. Happens all the time. And that's something that we always work on is trying to improve, again, all types of athleticism, but those are the big things you hear about.
What's the best part of your job?
I just like the people. It's fun to work here. It's working with the clients is always fun, and I've always liked helping people.
And cardiac rehab, we should mention cardiac rehab. You also assist with that program as well. Yeah,
when they're a shorter person or there's need for it because of people taking time off, whatever else it is, I've been covering there for a while, and that's really been fun. Again, I always like helping people, and I've been helping people of all populations for years and years, and it's just fun to hear their stories and help them improve their life.
Well, if they have questions about the Sports Performance Center, they can call out to the North Lafayette Clinic. You can also go to mdh.org, and we do have photos of the center online. Tim, we want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much.
Tim Piper, MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. When we return, it's second half action. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by McDonough District Hospital.
I think the rewarding parts of my job are seeing people over time and getting to know them and getting to know their families. And that's very exciting to see them and get them better over time, especially if I'm able to find out something that other places haven't. And that's kind of what drew me to family medicine. I try to get along with people and treat them as I would my family. Do what we can to get the patients taken care of day in and day out. It's pretty supportive. I'm Dr. Michael Waters. I'm a family physician here at the McDonough District Hospital Family Clinic.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are getting ready for the start of our second half here at A-Town High School as the A-Town Tornadoes leading the Brimfield Indians here in our regional championship game, 19-14. Low-scoring affair in that first half, which you got to credit Brimfield in their slow-it-down kind of approach. They had a lot of time where they were kind of just eating away at that clock, long offensive possessions, which, seems to be the game plan here. Coach Dugan, a couple of times in that first half, having to call a timeout for A-Town and try to keep his girls calm, because that can be frustrating to athletes out there. A lot of time standing around when not much going on. You could try to push things, and Coach Dugan making sure that his girls aren't pushing things, but it certainly worked out at the end of that second half, or second quarter, I should say, for the Indians as they finished the first half on a 6-0 run, which in a low-scoring game like this, a 6-0 run feels pretty important. Folks in the comments during our halftime interview, Steve commenting, is like we said, slowing things down. Offense needs to pick it up. That is definitely going to be the game plan here for the A-Town side. Darla sending good luck wishes for the A-Town ladies from California, cheering on Anna Servin. So appreciate you joining us from California there, Darla. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for here tonight, and what you're ready for here as we start the second half. Winner of this game will go to the Bushnell sectional and take on the winner of Brown County and Athens, which I'll keep an eye on that game as we move along here. See if I can get some scores pulled up here. I don't know if I can. Oh, it's not pulling up. All right, well, that's just the way it's going to work here, apparently. All right, so there we go. I'll keep an eye on it, though, as we go throughout this second half and kind of see how things are playing out there. That is the Lewistown regional. A-Town will play the winner of that regional. Brimfield will start with the basketball as we're back underway here. Good to have you with us. Let's get the clock all adjusted here, and we're back now moving. Left side, here is a shot from the corner. That one rims out, no good. Boy, Brimfield's had some tough rim outs here throughout this ball game. Caden Quinn right side. She'll try her luck for three. That one from downtown. Caden Quinn, a quick shot here in the third quarter. That scuffed up knee not going to slow her down. She's got a little bit of a bandage on that left or that right knee. As there's a corner three on the way for Katie Doe. An answer for Brimfield from downtown, Katie Doe. Now the offenses are starting to fire, 22-17. Another quick shot. Kennedy Quinn tries to get an answer. That one no good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Brimfield. Or excuse me, last touch by A-Town. Beg pardon. It'll be Brimfield basketball. Yeah, Athens and Brown County, that 7 o'clock game. If anybody's got that game, watching that game as well, and wants to give a score update in the comment section, I would appreciate that. That one taken away. Here goes Kennedy Quinn all the way to the basket and lays it up and in. Kennedy Quinn had 10 points in the first half. She gets the first two here in the second half, as it's 24-17, back to a 7-point game for the Tornadoes. A little bit of pressure now as we got a whistle. We're going to have a timeout. Coach McCowan wants to talk things over. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break with them. We're back in a moment. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. We're here in the second half, third quarter of action. 6:31 to go here in the third. The A-Town Tornadoes leading by 7 over the Brimfield Indians is, well, I don't know what Coach Boo Quinn is chirping at. He's trying to get the message across. Whatever the case may be, a timeout called by Brimfield. Their first here in the ball game. Coach Dugan using 2 timeouts there in that first half. So he's down to 3, 6.5 minutes to go. They pass up the floor here. Brimfield will get it across the timeline as Lainey Linthicum did a good job playing with 2 fouls, so she should be in good shape. There's a shot, no good. And we got a whistle. Wow, a scrap underneath as the Brimfield side wanting a tee. I don't think you're going to get a tee, but definitely going to get a foul called on number 21, Avery Stiegel. It has been physical here throughout this ball game, hence the low-scoring affair between these two sides. That's playing into Brimfield's favor, but they still trail by 7. Here's a drive inside, left-handed shot. That one a little strong. Offensive rebound. Minders kicks it out. Cross-court pass goes to Linthicum. She'll drive to the baseline. Now they'll reset. Katie Doe up top. Good switch off there. Miley Weber. Pass goes to the free throw line. Linthicum gets it back up top, and under 6 minutes to go. Brimfield. Landry Queeram hands it off. Back now to Katie Doe near the volleyball line. This A-Town defense so hard to crack. Here's Queeram, the pass out, driving inside. Extra pass to the baseline, puts up the shot. That one no good. Had a good look there. Shire Minders no good on the shot. Here comes Kennedy Quinn inside, nearly walked with it. Kicks it into the corner, Miley Weber. Weber back up top to Caden Quinn. Over to Callie Nelson right side. 5:15 to go here in the third. 24-17 our score. Left side, here's Caden Quinn. She'll go to the baseline. Back down, kicks it up top. Top of the key, a pump fake. We got a whistle and a travel. Miley Weber turns it over. And it'll be Brimfield basketball. Right in front of us. Well, in front of us, so to speak. We're up on the second level, so it's not really in front of us. Under 5 minutes to go as Linthicum gets it across the timeline, that is, and hands it off to Katie Doe. Good crowd on hand. They've been in this one from the opening tip-off. A-Town looking for their 3rd straight regional championship game. Their 3rd straight regional title, that is. Looking to go to sectionals for the 3rd straight year. 4.5 minutes to go here in the quarter. Katie Doe with it, back by the logo. She'll back down on Caden Quinn, who is playing some great defense. Goes inside, and we got a whistle and another travel. Landry Queeram turns it over for the Indians. 4:14 to go here in the third, as Avery Stiegel will check back into the ball game for Callie Nelson. And bringing it up the floor, here comes Kennedy Quinn with it. 4:10 to go here in the third. Right side, here's Kennedy Quinn. A little hesitation, moves back to Miley Weber, who goes all the way to the baseline, gets it to Stiegel. That one blocked away. Back out to Quinn, though, after the offensive rebound. That one tipped, and oh boy, the official and Landry Queeram nearly colliding on that one. Out of play. So it'll be A-Town basketball. Brimfield the last to touch it. 3:45 to go here in the third. A-Town with just 5 points here in the quarter. Brimfield with just 3. Low scoring affair. A-Town won the first meeting back in November between these two sides as a step back 3 on the way for Kennedy Quinn. That one from way downtown. Quinn has 15. as the Tornadoes back in front by 10, 27-17. Across the timeline, here is Landry Querum back by the logo. Landry will split the defense, lost the handle, a nice play there defensively. Here comes A-Town up the floor quickly, over the head of Avery Stiegel, out of bounds. 3 minutes to go here in the third, 27-17. As I was mentioning before that last shot by Kennedy Quinn, the A-Town Tornadoes beat Brimfield back on November 22nd on a neutral floor. It was a 55 well, now I had it and then I lost it. 55-25, I believe, ended up being the final score. We got a whistle and a foul called. Yep, 55-25. I don't know why my page reset there for a minute. So the second foul picked up by A-Town here in the quarter. As Brimfield trying to get the ball in, they do, but they tip it, and it's taken away by A-Town. Quickly the other way, here comes Kennedy Quinn with it. Baselayer, there's a jumper from the elbow, that one no good. As a scrap underneath, Caden Quinn trying to work through the box out. She's the last to touch it, though, out of bounds. It'll go to Brimfield. 2:37 to go here in the third, 27-17. Brimfield's got to get something going offensively here, though. I mean, they've been playing very well defensively, keeping A-Town at bay, but a lot of that's been because of the long offensive possessions. But you're going to start running out of time here if you're the Indians. Take too many long possessions. That one's stolen away. Here comes Quinn, one-on-one the other way. Oh, what a move, the Euro step, lays it up and in. Kennedy Quinn, she's got 17. Basket good, it's 29-17. 2:05 to go here in the third. As we've got contact, no call, Caden Quinn comes away with it. And then contact the other way, a whistle and a foul. 1:58 to go here, third quarter. The foul is going to be on Josie Wewell. It's her second, team's first here in the quarter. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. As the pass goes into the corner, that's a three on the way. That one good! Vivian Bigger from downtown, whistle and a timeout. A-Town starting to run away with it. They lead by 15. It's their biggest lead of the game. 32-17 the score. Back in a moment, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wide read on the call. Regional championship here, Class 1A. The A-Town Tornadoes leading the Brimfield Indians. Their biggest lead here in the ball game, 32-17. Now the score. Brimfield got to get a little desperate here offensively. They haven't scored in quite some time. We had a 5-point game. A-Town has responded and gone on a 10-0 run. Steve saying, we got it going now. Big A-Town fan. That one's stolen away. Caden Quinn goes to the basket, lays it up, no good, but a foul off the steal. Caden Quinn gonna go to the line and shoot two after the foul on Brimfield. Foul gonna be on number 10, Katie Doe. That is her second, team's second. 1:41 to go here, third quarter. First one on the way, that one short by Caden Quinn. Don't see that too often. I saw the numbers for Caden earlier for this season. Close to 80% at the free throw line. Very consistent at the line this year for Caden Quinn. Next one on the way, it's up and good. That was on display there. That second one, biggest lead of the game here for A-Town. It is 33-17, a 16-point lead for the Tornadoes. Left side, here's Katie Doe. Doe picks up the dribble, kicks it left side to Lainey Linthicum. Linthicum gets a screen. That pass goes inside, a little strong, looking for Josie Wewell. Here comes A-Town quickly the other way. Avery Stiegel running the fast break, can't get the basket, gets her own miss. We got a whistle and a tie-up, though, and the possession arrow will give it to A-Town. 1:11 to go here in the third. 33-17 now the score. Into the corner, Vivian Bigger on the inbounds play. That shot no good. Rebound goes to Minders. Brimfield will bring it up the floor here, approaching 1 minute to go. They need a bucket in the biggest way here, looking to end this 11-0 run A-Town has started. It was 22-17 early on in the third quarter, and you thought, all right, here we go. It was a 5-point halftime lead. But since then, A-Town has rattled off 11 straight. Looking for their third straight regional championship. 55 seconds to go here in the third. Up top, Linthicum back by the volleyball line. She'll hand it off, driving. Kicks it right side to Graham. Graham will stop. Gets it back to Linthicum. Good ball movement here by Brimfield. Drive to the baseline. Top of the key, there's an open look for three. That one, no good, but a foul is going to be called. It'll be 3 shots. As Lainey Linthicum going to go to the line shooting 3. Brown County, according to Steve, up 27-13. That against Athens in that regional championship game down in Lewistown. As the first one on the way, it's up and good. 2 more. That ends the long run by A-Town, 33-18. So Athens and Brown County, as we said, ahead by a pretty wide margin there. If Brown County is able to hold on, they will take on A-Town or Brimfield, whoever wins this one. 2 out of 3 from the line for Lainey Linthicum. As we got a whistle, a travel called the other way. Coach Dugan doesn't look too happy about the travels being called here in this ball game. Update our scoreboard here. So if the scores stand the way they are, it'd be Brown County the 1, A-Town the 2 in Bushnell on Tuesday. Still a lot of ball game to go, though. This one not over by any stretch, especially if Brimfield can get a bucket here. Give them a little bit of confidence going into the fourth quarter. 15 seconds left. Right side, here's Graham. Kicks it into the corner, nearly intercepted. Wewell lost the handle. Able to get it back is Graham. 6 seconds left. Here's Graham. Lost the handle again. Here comes A-Town with it. 2 seconds, 1 second left. At the buzzer, that one not going to count. That wouldn't have went in either way, as that ends our third quarter. The A-Town Tornadoes, 1 quarter away from their third straight regional championship. Will they be able to pull it off? We're back in a moment. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wide read on the call. Fourth quarter about to get underway here in the regional championship. The A-Town Tornadoes in front, 33-19, looking to punch their ticket to Bushnell with their third straight regional championship. Standing in their way, though, is Brimfield, and the Indians have slowed down the A-Town offense to this point. They got to get their offense figured out, though, if they want to come back and try to win this ball game here. Let's start the fourth quarter here. Brimfield will start with the basketball. Good to have you with us here tonight. Feel free to get into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from here and your reaction to this one as it plays out. 14-point lead. A-Town is led by as much as 16 into the corner. Here's Wewell with it. Up top, Katie Doe. Brimfield offensively like to get some baskets to go as that shot no good, or excuse me, a foul is called. It's going to be on Caden Quinn. It's her third here in the ball game. .7:33 to go here in the fourth. Big crowd here at A-Town High School. Thank you, honey. There's a shot left side three on the way. That one no good. A good look by Linthicum. Can't get it to go. Up the floor, there's Caden Quinn. That shot was blocked. Caden Quinn arguing for a little bit of contact, but a block the other way by Brimfield. Bringing it back, right side, Katie Doe. Here's Graham now with it. Sienna Graham. And that fiery red hair of hers. With it left side, here is Linthicum. Back to Graham. Graham going to split the defense. Extra pass to the baseline. Nice find there. Shire Minders lays it up and in. Minders has got 8. 33-21. It's a 12-point game. 6:45 to go here in the fourth. Kennedy Quinn with it into the corner left side. Another redhead out there. And there's Avery Stiegel. A three on the way, though. Vivian Bigger! That's a huge shot! The freshman hitting some shots in this one. She's got 9. 36-21 the score. As that one blocked away the other way, Caden Quinn comes away with it. Up to Kennedy. There's Avery Stiegel on the baseline, picks it back up. Cross-court pass goes to Caden Quinn. 6:10 to go here in the fourth. 36-21, a right wing three on the way for Caden Quinn. That one rattles home. A-Town starting to feel it. 18-point lead. Timeout on the floor. Brimfield wants to talk it over. 6:03 to go here in the fourth. We're back in a moment. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Slide it back to make room for whatever you're storing. Or pull it forward and use it as an additional full-depth shelf. Make room for ingredients of all sizes.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wide read on the call as we are at the 6:03 mark of quarter number 4. The A-Town Tornadoes hitting back-to-back threes. Vivian Bigger with a shot. Caden Quinn with one as well. Vivian Bigger has been really good here today. The freshman stepping up. She is going to be a handful for many years to come here at A-Town High School. Now, she has been playing really, really good these last couple of weeks, but especially here in the regional championship. No freshman nerves here as Wewell puts up a little floater. That shot up and good. A good answer from Brimfield as that shot up and good by Josie Wewell. She's got 6. The Indians trailing as a whistle and a foul called. 39-23 our score. 5:35 to go here as head coach of the Brimfield Indians, Josh McCowan. Just noticed him down there taking a good long look at the clock there a moment ago, saying, what do I got to do? Well, they get Coach Dugan to call a timeout on the inbounds play. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. This game brought to you by our good friends at Mid-Century Fiber, the hometown favorite of blazing fast internet. Whether it's game day or every day, Mid-Century Fiber keeps you connected with the speed and reliability that you need. Call or text 309-778-3278 or visit fiberfastnow.com to join the winning team. By the way, again, A-Town fans, for those interested, the A-Town Tornado boys will be playing in the regional quarterfinal. That'll be on Monday against Rova Williamsfield, and we will have that for you here, I believe, on TSSR. That game going to be underway at 6 o'clock on Monday. I finally got the starting time for that one. 6 o'clock Monday, A-Town versus Roval Williamsfield on the boys basketball side of things, the regional quarterfinal. A-Town getting to host one of those games. Back underway here as Avery Stiegel. And that shot, no shot, as we got a whistle and a foul called. 5:23 to go here in the fourth. Foul will be on number 25, Josie Wewell. That's her third. Team's second foul here in the quarter. As Quinn will get it up top. Avery Stiegel, the senior for the Tornadoes, gets it back to Kennedy Quinn. Quinn hesitates, drives inside, puts up a shot through the contact, count it, and a foul! Boy, nothing stops this girl, I tell you what. Kennedy Quinn, a bum ankle, a slow offensive performance. Nothing holds her down. She's got 19, and as the shot up, the and one rattles home. 20 for Quinn, 42-23. It is the biggest lead of the day for the Tornadoes. And the fans, a little buzz going around the facility here. Brimfield, if they're going to make a run, they got to start right now. Wewell, whistling a foul called. That's a good place to start. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. 42-23. Josie Wewell will go to the line and shoot two. That foul will be the second on A-Town here in the quarter. First one on the way for Wewell is on the way and good. 7 points for Josie Wewell. Steve in the comments letting us know Brown County in front 35-15 at the half. So the number one seed in the subsectional dominating through 2 quarters. Next one good for Wewell. Winner of that one will take on the winner of this one in Bushnell next Tuesday. Right side, there's Vivian Bigger open. She'll try her luck again! The freshman putting on a show! Vivian Bigger from downtown. A-Town in front by 20. 45-25. 4:35 to go. Right side, here's Katie Doe. Free throw line. Doe turns, drives, puts up a shot. Whistling a foul called. And she'll go to the line shooting two. Tina, I missed your comment. Sorry about that. Cheering from Florida. Cheering on A-Town, saying finish this. Well, they are certainly doing a good job at that. 45-25. Vivian Bigger, the freshman. What a ball game here in the regional championship game. She, as a freshman, has got 12 points. Doe makes the first. Second one on the way. Katie Doe made them both. I instinctively hit two, so that's the score is correct. It's 45-27. I just double tapped it. There's a right wing three again for Vivian Bigger. That one no good. Boy, the roof would have come off of this place if Bigger hit another one there. 4:10 to go here in the fourth. Brimfield with it across the timeline. Here's Katie Doe. Doe will hand it off, driving. Ooh, nearly an offensive foul. A shot up and good. Josie Wewell into double figures. 45-29. Wow, I don't know how that one didn't get called, I'll be honest. Up top, here's Kennedy Quinn. A little hesitation. She'll step back, though, and try to eat away at some clock here. 45-29, 3:40 to go here in the fourth. With it left side, here's Miley Weber. Up top, back to Quinn, right side. And she'll try her luck from the right wing. A three, no good. And the rebound, fought for into the hands of Brimfield. Stiegel had it for a moment, but then lost it. But then Stiegel strips it away. Caden Quinn, 2-on-2 the other way. Nice pass to Weber. Pump fake, a whistle, and a foul. That foul going to be on the Indians. It'll be their fourth. 3:07 to go here and a 16-point game. 45-29 our score, 3:07 to go here in the fourth. With it left side. Miley Weber, we got a whistle, and it's going to be stepping out of bounds, I think. Weber on the line there on the sideline, 3:04 to go, so a little turnover there for A-Town. Brimfield has made the last 4 points here in this ball game, so see if they can use that momentum and try to go on a run. That one tipped out of bounds, last touch by A-Town. Kennedy Quinn can't believe the call. Under 3 minutes to go, 2:54 though. Pass goes to the free throw line. There's a jumper. That one good. Lainey Linthicum with a bucket. 6 straight for the Indians. Down 45-31. Things starting to get a little feisty here, you feel, in attendance. Right side, Kennedy Quinn. Avery Stiegel up top. She's nursing that bum ankle. She twisted her ankle, they told me, in the regional semifinal earlier this week. That one tipped out of bounds back on Monday. She hasn't been moving around a ton, but she's been making a big impact defensively. She'll go right inside where she needs to go as Vivian Bigger will check out. What a ball game for Vivian Bigger. I imagine she'll be back out on the floor here. Just a substitution, getting Callie Nelson back out on the floor. 2:20 to go here in the fourth. A 14-point game, 45-31. Here's Quinn with it up top. Gets a screen from Nelson. She'll drive to the right. Nice pass back left side. Left wing, 3 on the way for Miley Weber. Halfway down and out. And the rebound into the hands of the Indians. They've got some momentum. They've got to move, though. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. Trip to Bushnell for the sectional on the line. The Indians, Lainey Linthicum with it. Right side to Katie Doe. Gets a screen. Doe moves to her left, now back to her right. Hands it off. A lot of contact up top and a whistle and a foul. That'll be the 4th foul on A-Town here in the quarter. Foul on Miley Weber, it's her 3rd. 1:44 to go here in the fourth. They'll inbound it. Katie Doe back across the timeline. Doe trying to look for a screen. Tries to get it to Linthicum. It's taken away by Kennedy Quinn. Here's Caden Quinn. Gonna go all the way to the basket. Missed the layup. Offensive rebound, though, into the hands of A-Town. Right wing. A wide open look for Miley Weber from downtown. Miley Weber with her first basket of the ball game. And that might be the nail in the coffin for the Indians. 1:13 to go here in the fourth. Lainey Linthicum left side gets it to Landry Quirum. Quirum with it at the volleyball line as we approach 1 minute to go. Driving inside, Quirum's shot off, no good. Able to save it as we got a whistle, a foul called. It'll be on A-Town with 54.5 seconds to go here in the fourth. A-Town back in front by 17. Foul on the Tornadoes, their 5th. The Indians now in the bonus. First one on the way, it's up and it rattles out. No good, Lainey Linthicum. Couple substitutions. Audrey Updike into the game. Number 22. I believe there's one more about ready to check in. That's Madison Hirschman. She's not going to check in as the shot was no good. Kennedy Quinn will bring it up the floor with 45 seconds to go, and looks like Brimfield may have called off the Dogs as the A-Town Tornadoes might just dribble this one out. Steve, a much better second half indeed. A substitution timeout. It's checking into the game here, Madison Hirschman, and then number 15, Rosalie Higgs. See if Coach Dugan responds by emptying out his bench. I believe he might. Kennedy Quinn across the timeline here with 30 seconds to go, and he might not. Kennedy Quinn might just dribble this one out, but yes, a better second half indeed. A-Town outscoring Brimfield here in the second half, 29-14. 10 seconds left here in the fourth. The crowd comes to their feet as the A-Town Tornadoes, for the third year in a row, they are your regional champions and are headed back to the sectional. Final score here tonight, 48-31 is the score as the A-Town Tornadoes clinch a spot in the sectional, the Bushnell sectional, so they don't have to go far. They will take on the winner of Brown County and Athens, which we've been keeping a close eye on. We'll talk more about that here a little bit later on. I talked to Coach McCowan for Brimfield, offered him the chance to come up and chat. So we may hear from him. I know we'll hear from Coach Dugan here in the post game as the A-Town Tornadoes celebrating. They've got their trophy. It's staying right here for the third straight year. They are your regional champions as there comes the student section. A storming of the court, kind of tame in the grand scheme of things, knowing the injury issues that A-Town has been battling here. What a ball game here for A-Town. What a second half, as Steve pointed out there. Much better second half there for A-Town, as it was a dogfight through the first quarter. 19-14 our first half score, and you just thought, boy, Brimfield certainly keeping the game the way they want to keep it. A-Town was having a terrible time trying to speed the game up to their liking, but whatever was said in the halftime break, it worked, as the A-Town Tornadoes again outscoring Brimfield in the second half 29-17. Did my math wrong there earlier. 29-17 was the score in the second half. It was a run. It was a 10-0 run, 11-0 run actually in the third quarter that kind of blew this thing wide open. And the Tornadoes get the job done. They'll head to Bushnell for a sectional date with either Brown County or Athens. We'll keep a close eye on that. Steve, if you got score updates, feel free to let us know here in the comments. It was a 20-point lead for Brown County at half. So we will keep you posted on that. We will chat with Coach Dugan. We will hopefully chat with Coach McCowan. We would certainly understand if he's not able to join us here this evening. It's very tricky getting the losing coach to come up and chat. You can certainly understand the reasons behind that, but I made the offer, and hopefully we get to chat with him here in the post game. Taylor Ford joining us in the comments, sending her congratulations, the former A-Town Tornado, two-time regional champion. They haven't missed a beat. They do miss you, though, Taylor. I know that much. But they haven't missed a beat. I tell you, this team, what a season it's been. Not as many wins as last season. A few more losses than last season. But still, this team doesn't matter. They lost a tough one to Metamora back around Thanksgiving. Lost a couple around the holidays, one to Havana, one to Carrollton. Lost in their second matchup of the season against Macomb. And then their loss to 4A Moline, and that was the last loss that A-Town suffered. They have won 9 in a row, make it 10 in a row. They pick up their 26th win of the season. They are 26-5. And they will head to Bushnell and try to take home another sectional crown, as they, of course, won the sectional last season for the first time, getting to the super sectional, the Elite 8 in the state of Illinois. Steve, an update from the Brown County game. Looks like Brown County's got that game well in control, 41-15. So it looks like it's going to be a matchup between the Hornets of Brown County and the Tornadoes of A-Town in Bushnell on Tuesday. I'll get the bracket and see what time that will be. Once I pull that up, I'll let you guys know, but Final score again here tonight, 48-31. Tornadoes get the job done. Kennedy Quinn, 20 points, leading the way for A-Town, as they've got all three of their regional crowns right there. Look at that, 3 trophies right there in front. 3 in a row, pretty impressive stuff. 20 points for Kennedy Quinn, leading the way here. Some folks were noticing that she was limping a little bit there in the, I think it was, later stages of the first half, but it didn't stop her. Adrenaline kicked in, and she kind of took things over later in the second half. Kennedy Quinn finishing with 20 points. Vivian Bigger. I mean, if I were to give a player of the game here, I would give it to Vivian Bigger, though. I mean, she played out of her mind here tonight as a freshman. What a day. And you see her getting love right down there, right in front, in the middle of the screen right there. Vivian Bigger. That's Vivian Bigger right there, getting some love. And it was a very impressive showing for the A-Town Tornado freshman. Vivian had 12 points here tonight. 9 points for Kaden Quinn. Of course, she's been dealing with that thumb issue, but it didn't stop her. She's had a really good last couple of weeks. Kaden Quinn with 9, 4 points for Avery Stiegel, 3 points for Miley Weber here tonight in the winning effort. Brimfield, their leading scorer was Josie Wewell, did everything she could. No, you're good. Josie Wewell with 10 points here tonight, 8 points for Shire Minders, 6 points for Katie Doe, 4 points for Lainey Linthicum, and 3 points for Sienna Graham. I'm just going to, as we widen out the camera, you see the A-Town side. The A-Town faithful spilling out onto the floor here tonight to celebrate this regional championship. Even though it's 3 in a row, you got to cherish these moments because these don't come all that often. Even though A-Town's had a lot of recent success, it has been a long time coming. Coach Dugan doing well here at A-Town High School, coaching these girls to their winning ways. 5 straight years of 20-plus wins. Over 200 wins for Coach Dugan in his coaching career. We celebrated that earlier this season. Big congratulations to him on that. A-Town will take on what looks like to be Brown County, 41-15. Brown County is a tall team. Steve says watching the game there, keeping us posted on the score. But A-Town will take on the winner of Brown County and Athens. That'll be Tuesday. They'll have the first game of the day at 6 o'clock. I don't know whether or not we're going to be doing that game, to be totally honest with you. I've talked to our boss. Says we got some logistical things to put together for that, so it may happen, it may not happen. I don't know. Just stay posted. Make sure you're subscribed onto our YouTube page. Hit that notification bell, so if we do that game on Tuesday, you will be the first to know. So that'll be going on Tuesday. A-Town will take on the winner of Brown County and Athens at 6. And if they're able to win that one, it'll be Thursday against the Bushnell, at Bushnell, I should say, 6:30 in the sectional championship game. So we'll talk more about that in just a bit, but joining us right now is the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team. That is Mr. Brent Dugan joining us here. Coach, congratulations, 3rd straight regional championship here. How sweet does this one feel, though? It feels like this one means a little bit more here for your squad here tonight.
Agreed. We had to work a little bit harder for this win than what we had in the last one we had against Elmwood on this floor. Last year, we just kind of put them away early. This year, we kind of struggled through it. They showed a different defense we hadn't seen, sagged 2 people in the paint and made us work around that kind of stuff and had weak side defense there. We'll probably see it again if we can't figure that out, but I thought we figured it out a lot better in the 3rd quarter. But what about those minutes from Viv and Kennedy actually facilitating stuff out there? Caden's on, just been sicker than a dog last 2 days. She won't give you an excuse, but I will because she just won herself tonight. And, of course, she hits a couple big shots and they take them away from her because of a moving screen and a travel that I don't know where that came from. But we'll talk about that a different day, probably off the air for my satisfaction anyway. But some big shots even by Miley there in the second half. Just even stretching the defense a little bit. I don't think we cut real well without the ball, and that's stuff we got to fix. And honestly, as good as the offense looked yesterday in practice, it looked really bad tonight. So I'm just a little disappointed in that, if I have to be honest with you. But how does it feel to win 3? It's not that easy to win. So get out here and do it and claim that trophy or that plaque is a good feeling, and doing it with different players. That's the other thing. And that's what the players prior to this, they want. They built this program or helped build this program, and then you just hand off the baton and you say, here, you guys go get you one. So I love the fact that the girls stepped up tonight.
Yeah, certainly did, and I think a big spark for you guys here tonight. I know you've been dealing with, Avery twisted the ankle last game out, and Caden, as you mentioned, dealing with an illness here. So, you called on Vivian here tonight, Vivian Bigger, to come in, play some big minutes for you guys, and boy, did she deliver. That doesn't look like a freshman out there. I know she's basically getting ready to go into her sophomore season now, but, the performance that she put in her first regional championship here tonight, you wouldn't know that girl was a freshman. You would have thought she was a senior out there playing the way she played tonight.
You're absolutely right, and I liked how the other players believed in her to shoot the basketball. Sometimes you get a freshman in there and you're like, okay, she might be the one that rolls around the hoop and gets you some rebounds and plays the dirty work in the paint. But tonight we bumped her outside because of her outside shooting, and she took advantage of it and was, I feel like, the wild card in this game because of how the style of defense that the Brimfield coaching staff put together and the players. Again, great job by him game planning, and I give him a lot of credit. And obviously we had to adjust, and like I said, the girls stepped forward, and Viv stepped forward in a huge way.
Yeah, they certainly slowed you guys down here. I know your MO has always been, speeding up the game, trying to wear down your opponents, but Brimfield showing you a little something different there. That's what kept things really, really close. But third quarter, you guys went on an 11-0 run that kind of flipped this game upside down there. What was working for you guys in that second half that wasn't necessarily working for you guys in that first half?
Well, due to the fact we lopsided them. We just overloaded the two they were going to guard. We put Caden and Miley over here. We put Viv and Avery over there, and we said, okay, guys, if you want to play this kind of defense, that's going to leave one or the other open. And in fact, Viv took a great shot. She had a heater going. I love the shot, but she just as much could have fed Avery down low. Then all of a sudden we get the ball reversed. Now everybody comes back to the ball. That's the other part of that. We didn't even have to get to that part, which, again, moving without the ball seemed to be a problem tonight. But between those two doing what they did on the opposite side of the floor and Viv hitting those big shots, there's a couple that damn near went in, you know what I mean? So I know she hit 4, right?
Yes.
4 threes, big threes that didn't even touch the rim. And there's one that touched the rim, and if it didn't touch the rim, it barely touched the rim or it was going in. So she was definitely on a heater, and you just got to kind of ride that sometimes. And for her to step up like that, just huge for us.
Yeah, certainly so. As we're talking to the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, joining us here on TSSR. You guys pulling it off here against, again, a very talented Brimfield team, a team that, is well coached, always is a tough out there. Even though they came in with a record below 500, that is records can be very deceiving there, and to be able to pull that off on your home floor, in front of this big home crowd. It was a big playoff environment here tonight. Being able to pull that off against a team and a program as well known as the Brimfield Indians got to be a good feeling for you guys and give you guys a little bit of momentum as you guys get ready to head into the sectional.
Absolutely. And now if somebody watches this film, they're going to say, who the heck's Vivian Bigger? And she's had a couple 12, 8-point games, 6-point games here and there. But for her to stretch the defense and be on the opposite side of the floor as Caden and Miley, now all of a sudden, who the heck's this? And now we got a game plan for her a little bit and close her out, and that just adds another dimension to our offense. And our defense has got to get a little bit better. We were gambling when we shouldn't gamble tonight and reaching when we shouldn't reach. But that's part of it, too. We got to adjust better.
You guys, are in the midst of this run over the last 3 years where you guys have, taken home 3 straight regional championship games. Does this one feel any more different, this run, this season, than the last 2, or is it kind of just all kind of playing the same as the head coach? Are you approaching it the same way, or does this team feel a little bit more different than the last 2 years?
Well, it is a different team. You got different players doing different things. You can rely on the 2 or 3 or 4 that have been there, done that. And obviously, I would even say if you asked all 3 of those guys, Kennedy, Caden, and Avery, they were probably saying, maybe not my best foot forward tonight. not my best game, but they found a way in the big situations. I thought we did some good things in the big situation, maybe jumped the right pass or took advantage of some ball handling mishaps that they had, and we turned them into points or at least good possessions on the other end.
Well, you're looking for a second straight trip to section. I mean, third straight trip to sectionals, obviously here, but looking for that second straight sectional title. Gonna be a tough road. I mean, I know it's not a very long road for you guys. Got to head over to Bushnell as we're talking to the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, joining us here on TSSR. Heading over to Bushnell for the sectional, but all signs are pointing towards a matchup with Brown County, who is kind of handling things right now against Athens in that ball game. We've been keeping an eye on that one. 41-15 was the last check. So
yeah, I saw 41-18. So yeah,
Brown County looks like it might be a matchup against there. But even even looking ahead, it's a tough sectional. No matter who comes from their regionals, it's going to be a tough sectional. What are you looking forward to most with the tests that are ahead at that Bushnell sectional?
Well, we got to make improvements on tonight, and I think we will do that. We'll get that done, and then obviously game plan for Brown County and what they have to offer. As you said, it looks like they're going to pull away and get a victory at regional championships themselves. Congratulations to them. But just started about a half hour ago. All eyes on Brown County, and we're going to get prepared for them and do the best we can. And obviously, they are the favor team in here in this sectional, I imagine, because they've been in 1 and 2 in the polls all year. They bring a lot of length to the game, and obviously they've been handling a lot of teams. So we're gonna have to play some good basketball to beat them and be really competitive and be more competitive than what we were tonight.
Certainly so, but I tell you what, if there's a team that feels like maybe they could pull off that upset, it feels like it is your girls, just with the way they were playing, especially in that second half there, able to pull away from what was kind of a frustrating night for you guys there at times. You get the job done, taking home the third straight regional championship. Coach, it's been an absolute honor to be a part of this. I don't know what the plan is for sectionals. Hopefully, maybe we can make some things work. And
who do I got to call? Right?
I know we got to make some calls on that. Otherwise, we'll be there watching 47-24 after 3 quarters there for Brown County. So that's an update there from Steve. But been an honor getting to cover these guys. And if this is our final game here this season, thanks for everything, letting us chat every single game. Thanks for your input on the boys' games. We do have the boys' game on Monday, by the way. But
I will not be here. We have all conference.
You'll be all conference. All right, so that's fine. But anyway, been an absolute blast. Thanks for everything. These last 3 years, actually, for us here at TSSR have been awesome. Getting to see your success just blossom out there on the floor has been an absolute blast, and thanks for letting us be a part of it.
Hey, I want to thank you, and kind of my retaliation to that is I want to thank you, and obviously if they can't listen to you on the airwaves, then definitely they got to be there at sectional just down the road in Bushnell, and we want a big crowd and represent ourselves well. And like you said, these girls deserve it. They've worked hard this year. Back up to some questions ago, every team's a little bit different. Some teams just they like, okay, we've seen it, but have we seen the perfect game yet? And if we see the perfect game, that might be Tuesday night. So all parties involved, come out and see us. Hopefully you will. And if not, at least try to catch us somewhere on one of the links.
Yep, certainly so. And like I said, if we do get the chance to do it, we'll let you guys know. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that. But he's the head coach of the A-Town girls basketball team, Brent Dugan, joining us. Coach, congratulations.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Third straight regional championship for Coach Dugan and his crew as they pull it off here this evening. Coach McCown, I don't believe, is going to join us. I see him out there on the floor. He's off to our right, but I don't believe he's going to make it up here to chat with us here this evening. We certainly understand that. Always tough when the team that comes up short in this kind of situation. Always tricky to get them to chat with us, but we certainly understand the reasoning behind that. But the A-Town Tornadoes will turn their attention to Bushnell as they get ready for the Bushnell sectional, as they will take on the winner of Brown County and Athens, which all signs are pointing to the Brown County Hornets. And that'll be a good one on Tuesday evening. If you're an A-Town fan, make sure you are in attendance for that one. They'll need you there nice and loud. Hopefully us at TSSR can be there, and we understand if we can't. Like I said, he's our coach, our boss, trying to figure out whether or not we can do that or not. A lot of things that got to dotting of I's and crossing of T's that's got to get done before we can make that possible. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, stay. Make sure you are subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and that way, if we do go live from Bushnell on Tuesday night, you will not miss it here on TSSR. So I think that's about to wrap it up for us here. We do have more postseason action on the boys' side of things. The A-Town Tornadoes on the boys' side will take on the Roval Williamsfield Cougars on Monday in the regional quarterfinals, and that'll be a 6 o'clock start. Make sure I get all this correct here. The boys basketball regionals. Let's see here. Let me pull that up real quickly here. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Let's see. Let's go to brackets. There we go. And there we go. It is Abingdon and Avon taking on Roval Williamsfield. That will be a 6 o'clock start on Monday here at A-Town. And then the winner of that one will go to the Galva Regional. Regional semifinals will be on Wednesday and Friday of next week, with the sectional taking place in Monmouth. So they are certainly, A-Town Tornadoes certainly hoping to keep their hot streak going. They are off to, they are having an incredible season. Took the LTC crown last night, and they're having an insane season as well. Coach Link got them in a good spot. So the A-Town Tornadoes boys, we will have that regional quarterfinal coming up on Monday, 6 o'clock. Don't miss out on that one. And then, unless we pull some strings there, that may be our final broadcast of the season here from A-Town High School, or for A-Town High School. So, want to give a shout out to our sponsor once again, Mid-Century Fiber. They've been the awesome sponsor of A-Town Athletics this season, the hometown favorite for blazing fast internet. Whether it's game day or every day, Mid-Century Fiber keeps you connected with the speed and reliability that you need. Call or text 309-778-3278 or visit fiberfastnow.com to join the winning team. It has been an absolute blast calling games from this gym for this team. The A-Town girls, your third straight regional champion, and they will take on the winner of Brown County and Athens, which, again, all signs pointing to Brown County here this evening. 47-24 at the end of the third quarter in that contest. So, without further ado, like I said, if I'll go live on Tuesday, we'll let you guys know. But until then, we do have the game on Monday for the boys, so tune in for that one on Monday evening. For our cameraman, Mr. Chris, here tonight, filling in for Alyssa, who is out sick. My name's Wyatt Reed. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us here all season long, but especially here tonight as the regional championship, the regional champion, the A-Town Tornadoes, 48-31. They get the job done and are heading to Bushnell on Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.